Well, hi, Bear Creek. Welcome to Friday night's viral vlog. What are your Friday traditions, and are they changing with the lockdown? A Friday tradition around this household, and it's been before it was even my household, but is Friday night pizza. Any Friday night pizza people out there? Just give us a like or comment in this feed. We're trying to make these more interactive. But instead of going out, we have been trying to support some private and small businesses, but a new part of our Friday tradition is making our own pizza. We're from scratch making dough using yeast and flour and starting to grow things, learn things, make things more organic. And honestly, it's kind of fun. The kids were a little bit skeptical at first, wondering if we could do as good of a job as Uncle Pete's or Domino's. And honestly, I think it's a little bit better because the secret ingredient, no, it's not love, it's lard. Lots of lard, lots of sauce, lots of salt. No, we just make it and taste really good. And I'm wondering what other traditions are being affected by this lockdown. One of them might be gathering with people. It's hard to do family pizza night with the extended family. Maybe coming to church, that's always been a tradition in my family. And fortunately, I still get to go. I'm sitting there with the Facebook stream and working camera, but I miss being with people. Other traditions like going to the Tulip Festival, rugby matches. There's a match in Missoula, Montana that I was looking forward to going to. That's a kind of a rugby tradition. All these things are changing. And a good thing to do when your traditions change is maybe one, reach out to the people you would be celebrating those traditions with and tell them that you miss them, tell them that you love them, make sure that they're okay. But also find out what made that tradition important. Was it really the people, or were you just liking the stuff? Sometimes I remember as a kid, Christmas and Easter were about the toys and the candy and the food, and you really lose sight of why you're celebrating what you're celebrating. Last week was Good Friday, and then a week from Sunday was Easter. And I remember as a little kid, it was about finding the presents. And there was one Easter morning in particular, I couldn't find one of the toys my mom had given me. It was under my bed. The devious woman had snuck in and hidden it there while we were sleeping or before we went to bed, and just could not find that to save our lives until even after church, which back then was forever. And that was a big tradition, and the entire day went by all about the toys and the candy and never really slowed down and thought about the Jesus who made Easter important. Most of my religious holidays, I've learned as my own life has changed fairly drastically over the last few years, is that the people and the stuff pale in comparison to the significance that Jesus and who he is and the community that he's created in the church, how that's far bigger than any blood family or even church family. But beyond that, a lot of the things we do, the Saturday morning donuts and the Friday night pizzas, are more about the family than the food. So the food might be changing, the way you're connecting with family might be changing. We did a Zoom game of categories with the grandparents, different than we'd ever done before, but it went well. Some of those things might be changing, but it's a good opportunity to get to the heart of the matter. So I encourage you to think about why you're doing what you're doing, and maybe tonight, create a new tradition. This is the way that we're going to set apart time to say who we are and what we love. All right, well, I do love you, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless.